guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Amy or Louise, and today we're gonna create this blue purple cut crease winged out look with the Be Perfect Take Me Back to Brazil palette. I got this a while ago. I don't know how long ago I got this, but it was a while ago, and I really enjoyed this palette. If you don't know what it looks like, ooh, here she is. I've used this quite a lot, as you can probably tell. I really enjoyed this, and I love the fact that you've got the black, and these, I'm not sure if, are they supposed to be highlights? Does it say?
No.
No. Okay. So I've used both of these as highlighters, but I'm pretty sure they're just toppers. Like eyeshadow toppers. They are super pretty. But there's not that much pigment to them, so I've used them as cheek highlights, I've used them as inner corner highlighters, but I've also used them, like today I used them as a topper for the Plouise crisp finish. Is this a crisp finish? Yeah, crisp finish on the inner corner. Cute. So let's jump right on in. Okay, so as usual, my eye is primed with the Plouise base number 2. I have 2 of these now. Just this. You can get the smaller version, you get this, you can get an even bigger version, but this is my favourite eye primer. I'm going to start off with a Morphe M506, and I'm going in with this purple right here. It's the darkest purple in the palette. First off, I'm holding my brush like I showed you in, I think it was my last eyeshadow video. So the end of the brush is sitting in the pocket of my hand, and I'm going to tap this into my outer corner in a C shape, and I'm going to take it just above the crease, and I'm just tapping this on to start. Okay, now I've got that, I'm going to start to blend it out and also take it through my crease to about 2/3 of the way in. Okay, so you should have something like this. I've cut the outer edge quite rounded, and then it just goes through my crease. You can see if I look straight forward, all the shadow is still above my crease, but I'm leaving the inner corner completely blank. You can see over here, it's staying blank. I'm not putting anything there. Next, I'm taking a Morphe M456 brush. If you are not new to this channel, you are not new to this brush. And I'm taking that same shade to start off with, and then I'll tell you when, but then I'll go to this shade right here just below. So the same shade to start with, just on a fluffy brush. Now I'm using this brush because it is a little bit more fluffy than the brush that we used previously. You can see that. So it will disperse the shadow a little bit more, so you've got more of a blend than you will with something like what you've just used. So I'm just going to go 50% on, 50% off, and just slightly blend this out. Just little circular motions. And then I'm going to go into that second shade and do the same again. Now I'm doing it this way because I want that blend to be like seamless, and I find that there is quite a jump between those two shades. So in order to get a middle ground without mixing shadows, going in with a fluffy brush with your darker shadow will bring that colour down a little bit, so then you've got your lighter colour and your medium colour blending rather than a dark colour and a medium colour. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay, so I've blended. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit more of that shadow and I'm going to start to really bring this out. I still want it slightly rounded. As you can see here, it does go into a point, but I don't want it to be like really super sharp point. I want it still quite rounded and then go to the point so that it's less angular. So I'm going to take it and I'm just going to flick from the outer point where I want the point to be eventually. So I'm just flicking and then I can blend in to my already existing, like my lines. So you can see it's starting to get that shape, but it's not quite there yet. I'm going in with a Morphe M441, just a nice big fluffy brush, and I'm going in with the pink just here, this one, and we're gonna blend the edges again. And I'm doing it in the exact same way. I'm focusing on that blend, and then once I've got that blend done, I will then go in and extend the outer corner and wing it out a little bit more. Yes, Kerry, I'm using pink for you. I wanted to use more purples. There's really not a lighter purple in here, so pink is where we're going. So you can see I'm starting to wing that out again. Same way, I'm just taking the edge and just flicking out. Beautiful, just like that. Now I'm going to go back to the beginning and I'm going to go through with 3 shades, re-intensify them, deepen them up, get that blend going.
A few moments later.
Okay, so re-intensified, nice and smoky. I'm going to use that same big fluffy brush. I'm going to go in to the shade right here next to the pink that we just used, and I'm going to use this to get the very outer edge just blended, because obviously that pink is a very bright pink. I want to bring that down a little bit, so I'm just going to dust this right on those edges. I'm going to just tap into that medium purple. Just get that just in there a little bit more with that same fluffy brush, just to get it looking a little bit more cohesive. But how that is as far as it's going, it doesn't look amazing. I'll be honest, this comes together once the cut crease is on and once I'm gonna clean this up. I haven't even cleaned this side up yet, but once I've cleaned it up and I've got that cut crease on, this will come together, I promise. So to do that, I'm going in with the Plouise in Salty AF. This is one of the crisp finishes, which gets confusing because she's got the fresh inks, the crisp finishes and the acid rains all are the same product, but they've got different names because the acid rains are in collaboration with Mitchell. The crisp finishes are just her on her own, and then the fresh inks are just the black and white. So it does get a little bit confusing, but they are all the same product. These are not eye bases, these are basically paint. So I'm gonna use one of her flat brushes. This one is a 7072 brush, and I'm going to cut my crease in a very typical half cut crease, nothing special here way. The only difference is around the inner corner I've got nothing, so technically this bit's not the cut crease. Well, it is, but no, there's nothing there, so you're not cutting eyeshadow, so you might feel like you're doing something wrong. You're not. But I wanted that really crisp line. I didn't want anything taken away from that. And I got my crease really high, so it works. So I'm just gonna take it across my lid like that. Look up so I know round about where I need to go and a little bit higher. And then I'm just going to take this. Half cut crease, and you can see right on the edge I do like to take it just a little bit further than the rest of my cut crease, and I like to angle it down so that if I carried it going it'd just be like completely like rounded. Does that make sense? So it just like, it won't go out, it just goes straight down to the outer corner of my eye. I just like it. I'm going to take my finger and just tap on the edges just to help that blend a little bit, because these do set down very matte, and if you don't blend out that edge you can sometimes get a pretty harsh line. Not always, but sometimes. I'm going to take a flat brush. This one is a Morphe M166, and I'm taking this blue right here, basically the exact same colour, and I'm going to use this to set down that crisp finish. So I'm just going to tap that on over, and then when I get to that edge where like the purple and the blue meet, I'm just going to tap. There's like no product on the brush really, I'm just going to tap. This is going to help that blend without technically blending. And then I'm going to flip my brush and I'm going to just go into this shade right here, this topper, and I'm going to go all over that as well. It doesn't show up massively, but it's more like a highlight, so it'll lighten the colour and it'll catch the light. And again, when I get to that middle point, I'm just going to tap on over. It really does help that blend. Now with no extra product, I'm going to go in with that first brush that we used, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to tap over. It really just helps there not be such a harsh line. Back to my flat brush. You'll notice I do this a lot in my videos. I'll go between the brushes and just tap on over, and it will blend without technically blending. It is the easiest like trick. Like obviously I could sit and blend it, but is there a need? I don't think so. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do... Is there going to be a video where I drop something? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a cotton bud and some micellar water. And I'm going to clean up... Oh. Micellar water does not taste good. I'm going to clean up the outer edge. So like I said before, I like to roll it on the back of my hand. Make sure that it's not dripping, because sometimes if there's too much micellar water or moisture in your cotton bud, when you go to clean up, it'll kind of like squirt out, and then it'll go places where you don't want it to go. Okay, so mascara and lashes. Today I am going to be using the Doll Beauty DB49 lashes. They are pretty extra, like let's be fair, these are pretty large and bold, but I like them. So I'm going to do that, I'm going to do my base, and then I will be back.
One eternity later.
Okay, base and lashes are on. I've done one eye just to like finish it off, and I have put the Plouise base in, what did I say this was? Salty AF in my waterline, both eyes, using this little flat brush. I don't even know what brush this is. E17 by Sigma, I think that is. So both eyes. If you don't have this, just use like a blue eyeliner. I like these because they literally stay out there. But yeah, I'm gonna go and do my lower lash line. We're gonna use the same 3 shades on the outer corner as on the lower lash line. So I'm gonna go in with that M506, the darkest purple shade. And I'm just gonna run this along my bottom lash line about halfway. I really do like keeping the lower lash line pretty basic, especially like if it's a big bold look like this. There's no need to like make the lower lash line too complicated. So I'm gonna go in about halfway, and then I'm gonna take the M456 and the medium purple, and I'm gonna blend that out. And I'm blending up into the outer corner. And then I'm going to take that same brush in with the bright pink. Just that on in to the inner corner. Bring that below those purples and out. And then I'm going to take the big fluffy brush, no extra product, and just blend below. Blend that out and up. Okay, a little bit of mascara, like, who are you kidding? I'm gonna put mascara on, no matter what. Okay, and then just to really finish it off, I'm just gonna take JS13 and that same topper shade that I use, and I'm just gonna pop this on the inner corner, and that's just gonna really tie it together. You can see it's not like crazy pigmented, but it has got enough to be a highlight. I've used this like so many times as like a face highlight. So I'm just putting it on the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose, and tapping it out with my finger so that it's not like ting, there's a highlight, ting, there's a highlight, like, but it just it ties it all together a little bit more. I don't do brow highlights because that is, no, I was never a massive fan of it when it was like the time, and now it's even less the time. I definitely don't. It's a very rare occasion that I do a brow highlight, but this is the finished look. I'm still in my pajamas, like, still in my pajamas. And I'm not getting out of my pajamas today. I'm in my friend's jumper, I'm in some pajama pants, and this is how I'm going to be staying for the rest of the day. What do you think? I like this. I like this a lot. I know it's got pink in it, and I always say I'm not a pink kind of person, but when it's like this and it's like purples and blues and pink, I really like it. And I did a pink look the other day, which I liked. What am I? What is happening to me? But yeah, this is the finished look. What do you think? Let me know down below. I like this. I like this quite a lot, to be fair. A lot. Okay, thank you so much for watching to the end. If you'd like to become a patron, or I like to call it a coffee bean, there's a link in the description box down below. It's £1.35 or £10 a month. You can stop it at 1 month, you can stop it whenever you want, and there's no like limit or like minimum or anything like that. That is completely up to you. Yeah, I think that's everything. Please make sure to hit the thumbs up button and make sure your notification bell is on so you don't miss a future video. And if you could please give this video a thumbs up and comment down below, it really does help me out. I am pushing 700 followers, subscribers. We're getting there. We're inching closer every day to 700 subscribers, which, oh my gosh, there will be a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. I mentioned this a few times. make sure you're sending your friends over this way, get them to subscribe, share my videos, do whatever you want, like share them out to the world, share them on your Facebook or whatever you want. Please help my little baby grow, and yeah, there might be something in it for you in the not too distant future. Thank you so much, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.